You're watching Daily News Podcast on Mangalore today, your guide through the complexities of today's news landscape. From local achievements to challenges we face, we're here to bring you the full picture.
In a distressing incident in Baikampady village, Bantwal Taluk, an elderly woman was attacked and robbed in her home. The victim was alone at home, rolling beatis, when an unknown man arrived, claiming to be acquainted with the family and asking for her son. The intruder gained her trust by mentioning a local resident, Sullia. He then asked for water, and when she went to the kitchen, he followed, gagged her, tied her up, and stole a 20-gram gold chain worth 1.90 lakh along with her mobile phone valued at around 500. The police have registered a case under Section 394 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita at the Bantwal Rural Police Station. In a recent development, Sullia police intercepted a man, CBML, for allegedly smuggling a large quantity of Kerala state lottery tickets to sell at inflated prices. The police acted on a tip-off and seized 1,220 lottery tickets worth around 72,000 from the accused. It is reported that the man had purchased the tickets from Hiriyadka in Kerala and planned to sell them in Sampaje at higher rates. The police also confiscated the accused's mobile phone and motorcycle for further investigation. A case has been registered under the Lottery Regulation Act, 1998, at Sullia Police Station. Stay tuned as we bring you more updates on this developing story. In a recent directive, Deputy Commissioner Darshan H.V. has mandated that all commercial establishments in Dakshina Kannada display their names in Kannada. This decision was made during a meeting of the District Kannada Awareness Committee. Darshan also emphasized that local authorities should ensure businesses comply with this rule when granting trade licenses. The DC further instructed public authorities to use Kannada on their signboards and advised banks to offer application forms in Kannada. Challenges like the closure of Kannada medium schools and the employment of non-local workers were discussed during the meeting. Dr. MP Srinath urged the government to allocate land for a district-level Kannada Bhavana. The meeting was attended by various officials and committee members who emphasized the importance of promoting the Kannada language in the region.
In a terrifying incident at Hiriyadka town in Udupi district, 2 scooter riders had a miraculous escape after a speeding innova car collided with them from behind. The impact threw the riders onto the road, but they survived the crash. The scooter then hit a motorcycle from the opposite direction, causing the biker to fall. A CCTV camera captured the horrific accident, showcasing its severity. Stay tuned for more updates on injuries and police actions.
In Mangaluru, former MP and ex-BJP state president Nalin Kumar Kateel has lashed out at the Congress, accusing them of betraying Mahatma Gandhi's ideology more than Nathuram Godse ever did. Speaking at a press conference, Kateel criticized the Congress for opposing the renaming of the Vibrant Village program to Vibrant Village RAM, alleging misuse of funds in previous schemes. He defended the name change by stating Gandhi's affinity for RAM. Kateel also cautioned against the hate speech bill, warning of potential misuse. Addressing allegations in the CJI Ranjan Gogoi suicide case, Kateel emphasized the need for a thorough investigation. He denied claims of tax terrorism, asserting the independence of the Income Tax Department. Kateel also blamed the delay in local body polls on the turmoil over the chief minister's position. Regarding BJP leadership, Kateel supported B.Y. Vijayendra as the state president, urging unity within the party despite differences.
In a recent operation, officials from the Food and Civil Supplies Department, in collaboration with the Mangalore police, cracked down on illegal storage of petrol and diesel in Baikampady. Acting on a tip-off, Food Inspector Rekha led the raid and discovered a stash of fuel hidden in plastic cans behind Shakti complex. The seized items include diesel in various capacities and petrol stored in multiple cans at the undisclosed location. Alongside the illicit fuel, authorities also recovered essential equipment like plastic cans, a saffron-colored pipe, and a funnel. The overall worth of the confiscated fuel and items is estimated to be around 40,970. A case has been filed against the unidentified culprits under the Essential Commodities Act and the Petroleum Act as an ongoing investigation aims to uncover those involved in this unlawful activity.
In a tragic incident at Kunjathur Hilltop near Manjaswar, A 18-year-old student, Mariam Jumaila, lost her life while trying to mediate a family dispute. Her father, Umar Farouk, allegedly attacked her during a confrontation with his brother-in-law, Sheikh Kunhi, over a property dispute. Jumaila sustained fatal injuries in her noble attempt to prevent the violence. She was rushed to a hospital in Mangaluru, but sadly succumbed to her wounds. Farouk has been taken into custody by the Manjaswar police, who have also recovered the weapon used in the crime. Initial investigations suggest the accused's drug addiction may have played a role in the tragedy. The community is in shock over this heartbreaking loss, and authorities are conducting a thorough inquiry into the circumstances surrounding this senseless act of violence.
Get ready for the Golden Jubilee celebrations at the Aikala Bava Kantabar, Budabar Kambala in Mangaluru on February 7th and 8th. The Aikala Kambala Association and Committee President Balapu Devi Prasad Shetty assures strict measures to regulate gambling and maintain schedules. Complaints have been addressed, ensuring a disciplined and time-bound event. Festivities, religious programs, and mass feeding will run from February 3rd to 8th, highlighted by a Yakshagana performance on February 6th. The event will honor Cooperative Ratna Dr. N. Rajendra Kumar and award-winning buffaloes with gold and cash prizes. With special recognition for all participants, the celebrations promise to be a grand affair. Witness the tradition and excitement at the Aikala Kambala as the community comes together for this momentous occasion. In Udupi, Malpe police have apprehended 2 individuals who had been on the run for an astonishing 11 years in relation to a theft case at Malpe Beach. The culprits, identified as Asha Sumitra Krishna and Rekha Danapa, were involved in a theft at the beach and had evaded the authorities for over a decade. Thanks to the diligent efforts of a team comprising of Suresh Kumar, Vishwanath, and Sinchana, the fugitives were tracked down and captured in the Hosamane area of Bhadravati Taluk in Shivamoga district. Following their arrest on January 31st, the accused were presented before the court and subsequently remanded to judicial custody. Currently, they're being held at Mangaluru prison, as per the police sources.
In Mangalore today, 8 Congress members were suspended from the Lok Sabha for unruly behavior, including tearing papers and throwing them at the chair. The incident took place during a session of the parliament, with the MPs named and subsequently suspended for the duration of the budget session. Minister Kiran Rijiju presented a resolution seeking their suspension, which was passed amidst chaos in the House. Leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi led a protest against the suspension, following a disruption that began when Gandhi was prevented from citing an article on the 2020 India-China conflict. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. In a tragic turn of events, C.J. Roy, the founder and chairman of the Confident Group, was found dead in his Bengaluru office on January 30th. Karnataka Home Minister G. Parameshwara has revealed that a special investigation team, SITE, is now probing the matter. The SITE will be recording statements from family members and others to determine the course of action based on their inquiry report. Preliminary reports suggest that Roy's death was a result of suicide amidst ongoing income tax raids at his premises. There are claims from Roy's family that he was under pressure from the Income Tax Department. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has written to Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman seeking a judicial inquiry into the death. However, Parameshwara mentioned that the decision on further inquiry will depend on the ongoing SIT investigation. An unnatural death report has been registered at Ashok Nagar police station. The investigation is ongoing, and further actions will be taken based on the findings of the SIT.
In a tragic incident in the outskirts of Bengaluru, a Class 10 student returned home after a night out with friends, only to jump to his death from the balcony. The boy had reportedly visited a brewery with his friends before the fatal incident. The police are investigating the circumstances leading to this heartbreaking event, focusing on the possibility of alcohol consumption by the minor. A case has been registered against the pub for allegedly serving alcohol to minors, although the pub management denies the accusation. The authorities are reviewing CCTV footage from both the pub and the apartment premises to piece together the events that culminated in the boy's untimely demise. As the investigation unfolds, the police are exploring various angles, including suicide, academic pressure, and personal issues that might have driven the teenager to take such a drastic step. The community is shocked by this tragedy, and the authorities are committed to uncovering the truth behind this devastating loss.
In a bold move, the Supreme Court has sternly rebuked Meta, the owners of WhatsApp, over its controversial privacy policies. The Chief Justice, Surya, emphasized that privacy cannot be trifled with and firmly declared that the sharing of Indian citizens' data will not be tolerated. The court lashed out at Meta for exploiting users and criticized the complicated policies, questioning if they could be comprehended by the common people, including those who only speak regional languages like Tamil. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta condemned the exploitative nature of data sharing for commercial gains. The court did not mince words, stating that the policies seemed like a way to commit private information theft. Meta and WhatsApp asserted that all messages are end-to-end encrypted, ensuring privacy. The ongoing case dates back to 2024, when the Competition Commission of India penalized WhatsApp for coercing users to accept the new policies. Despite challenges and appeals, the court's message remains crystal clear. The privacy of Indian citizens must be safeguarded at all costs. In a latest update, Union Minister of Science and Technology, Jitendra Singh, has confirmed that ISRO will attempt another launch of its PSLV rocket in June after facing 2 consecutive failures. Addressing concerns of sabotage, Singh reassured that the reasons for the previous failures were not the same and compared the situations to a bulb fuse versus a tripping issue. Despite setbacks, Singh emphasized that ISRO's credibility remains intact as foreign customers have not withdrawn their satellite placement plans with ISRO. With 18 launches scheduled this year, including high-profile launches for countries like Japan, US, and France, ISRO continues to garner trust and support from its stakeholders. Singh highlighted the establishment of internal and external assessment committees to investigate the failures and ensure rectification for future missions. All eyes are now on ISRO's upcoming launch in June as they work towards maintaining their reputation as a reliable space agency. In a major development, President Donald Trump announced that the United States and India have reached a trade deal. Trump disclosed that the U.S. will reduce its reciprocal tariff on Indian imports from 25% to 18%, while India will eliminate both tariff and non-tariff barriers on U.S. imports. Prime Minister Narendra Modi thanked Trump for reducing tariffs on Indian exports to the U.S. and confirmed the trade agreement with India's ambassador to Washington, Vinay Mohan Kwatra. The deal raises questions about whether the U.S. will withdraw the additional 25% tariff imposed on Indian exports in 2025. Trump claims to have convinced Modi to reduce oil imports from Russia, which he says will help end the war in Ukraine. The announcement follows recent diplomatic strains, including India's absence at a ceremony for Trump's Board of Peace. Despite tensions, both leaders aim to strengthen economic ties and global peace through this agreement, marking a significant milestone in U.S.-India relations.
Thank you for spending your evening with us. For extended coverage and further news, MangaloreToday.com is just a click away. Subscribing to our channel means you're always in the loop. We appreciate your support. Until next time.